Welcome to Lesson 2 of the ECG Made Easy course. Lesson 2 covers understanding the components of an ECG, that is, the graph sheet and the waves, the segments, also the intervals. So these are the objectives for this section, or the questions you should be able to answer at the end of this section. You can pause the video now and take a glance at them. The first thing we would learn on understanding the ECG is the graph sheet, the ECG graph sheet. The ECG is drawn on graph sheets, and the graph sheet is divided into small boxes and large boxes. If you take a close look here, this is what we call the small box. Taking it from here, this is a small box. A small box. Also, you have to know that there are 5 small boxes in a large box, or 5 small boxes across a large box. So this is one small box, 2 small boxes, 3, 4, and 5. And you can see the boundaries, which are the thicker lines, form the boundaries of the bigger boxes. So across a big box, we have 5 small boxes. Now, how does this translate to helping us? One more thing we must take note of is the ECG horizontally measures time. What happens in the heart over time horizontally, while vertically the ECG measures amplitude, and the amplitude is measured in millimeters. So what are we saying? Invariably, horizontally, the ECG will measure time in seconds. Vertically, the ECG will measure amplitude in millimeters. So, one small box in time is 0.04 seconds. So, if a wave travels from here to here, that wave has traveled 0.04 seconds. So assuming a wave traveled from this point up onto this point, it has traveled 0.04 seconds. And we had said earlier on that there are 5 small boxes in a big box. So how do I now know the length of time something has traveled across a big box? It is simply multiplying 0.04 by 5. If I multiply it by 5, that gives me 0.2 seconds. So one big box horizontally is 0.2 seconds. So an impulse that travels from here to here, that is one big box, or through 5 small boxes, has traveled 0.2 seconds. So if we will take, for example, what we have here, for example, this is what we call the P arrow interval. If we would measure the P arrow interval, we just come here and we count 1 small box, 2 small boxes, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if I am asked how far or how many seconds was the P arrow interval of this ECG, I just come and multiply 0.4, because this is 1, 2, 3 to 6, 0.04 times 6, and that gives me the time for this movement that it took the impulse to travel from here to here. We'll consider more of this during the next part of the course. We said that the ECG vertically measures amplitude, and it is in millimeter. So when a wave travels one small box horizontally, that is upwards, or moves that high, it has moved 1 millimeter. It has gone, when it goes 2 small boxes up, 2 millimeter, 3 millimeters, 4 millimeters, and so on and so forth. So for example, if we want to check out how high or what the amplitude of this particular wave is, we just come and we count. This is 1 small box, 2 small boxes, 3 small boxes, and 4 small boxes. So the amplitude of this wave is 4 millimeters, because it rolls across 4 small boxes. This is important because later on in this course, we would have to give standard values to all of these things we see on the screen now. So please just take note of these key points. The one small box in time, 0.04 seconds. One small box in height is 1 millimeter, and there are 5 small boxes in one big box. Therefore, one big box is 0.2 seconds. We utilize this later on in class. Thank you.